Good morning and welcome to Money Wisdom, sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Natasha Lubchenko. We're teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and here with expert advice is Eric Hogard, certified financial planner and Johnson Brunetti partner. Eric, welcome back to the show.
Of course, great to be here.
So a lot of people, think about working with a financial advisor, but there are some misconceptions out there, and I want to walk through some of those. First one is, only rich people work with financial advisors. A lot of people think this.
I mean, that's okay. So that is not the case. But I don't know, why would you work with a financial advisor? Would you want to be rich? And if that's what rich people do, maybe it's not a bad idea.
Right.
But anyway, that's not the case. You want to talk to different people, get different perspectives. Some people are going to be a good fit. Some people are going to be a bad fit. But there's advisors that specialize in all different types of things. It is not just for rich people.
Okay, so that clears that one up. Next common misconception is some people think it might be too late to start working with a financial advisor.
I mean, are you still alive? Then it's not too late. I mean, that's, we were just talking about this earlier. It's never too late. Is starting earlier better? Yes, but starting is still better than not starting.
Right. All right. And now, final one here. People think, a financial advisor will speak in terms they don't understand. It might be overwhelming for them.
Yeah, if they're a bad one. I mean, that's why you have to talk to different people and get different perspectives. I think, I've done this 20 years. It's the only thing I've ever done since I graduated from UConn, and I probably wasted time. I did waste time at the beginning. Talking that way to prove to people how smart I was and how much I knew, but if people don't understand what you're talking about, then you're not helping anyone. Right. So that's time to talk to someone else. If someone, and people do come in saying, I feel like they're just kind of talking over my head and they don't really take time to understand what I'm asking, then that's a bad fit and you need to talk to someone else.
Benefit of a second opinion. We talk about it all the time. And now let's talk about the actual benefits of working with a financial planner. There's a lot of them. First one is that it just saves you time.
Yeah, I say it all the time. None of us know what we don't know. They do this all day, every day. You do it once. You're going to retire once. In a given day, we might talk to 8 different people who are retiring that week or that year. So I really encourage people to do it because a lot of the stuff you're talking about, Social Security, pension, rollovers, you have one chance to do it. And bluntly, if you mess it up, there are no do-overs.
Right. And another benefit here, it protects you from making emotional decisions. You mentioned, this is a once-in-a-lifetime choice, series of decisions, and obviously it can get emotional.
Of course it can get emotional. What's the thing with houses? It's like, don't fall in love. What do? Of course you fall in love.
Right.
Because you're like, oh, I could see myself here and this and that. But it's like, we break our own rules. I'm not saying me, but I have done it, where it's like, no, I really think that this is the best stock to own. So you should just, and talk to someone who bought Bitcoin over the last few years. Like, how'd that go? That's why I don't get emotional about this stuff. There is no silver bullet that's the best in every scenario. You got to be cautious. You got to have balance. But that's why people use professionals, because they won't be emotional with your money.
Right.
They'll be careful.
They keep you level-headed. Now let's talk about tax planning. This is another benefit. A lot of people really don't like doing this themselves.
Yeah. I mean, how many people think they're not paying too much money in taxes? Zero. So, but a lot of people make mistakes with this. Or again, you don't know what you don't know. And I think people are apprehensive because, do I really want to pay for an accountant? Do I really want to use a realtor, which you didn't ask? But you don't want to pay for either one of those things if you're not getting value. If you're getting good value, they're both invaluable. So seek out good people, get advice, and you might be surprised by how much you appreciate it.
Yeah, it's definitely a great benefit there. Now, another one, developing plans and strategies. A financial advisor will help you with this.
Yeah. I mean, read about Warren Buffett, right? He's been investing for his entire life, which is, pushing 90, might be past 90. It's a long time, but it's like a snowball rolling down a hill. If you look at it, it's just you set a plan and you do it for a long period of time, and all of a sudden everyone looks like a genius and it's easy, but it's only because you had a plan and you just stuck to it.
Right.
So the sooner you start that, the better.
All right, and now final benefit here. I'm sure there are many more, but understanding Social Security and pensions, financial advisors, like you mentioned, talk about this all day, every day. They know what they're doing.
And with Social Security, it's different for everyone. Some people should start early. Some people should wait. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing, and that's a tricky thing with that. Well, this is what my friend did. To say it as politely as I can, who cares? It doesn't matter what your friend did. It matters what makes the most sense for you, because people make mistakes. And a lot of times people giving advice on this, if they're not in the industry of financial planning, be careful about taking advice from people who don't know anything about your financial world, because that's dangerous.
It's a very personal, each person has a different situation.
Yeah.
And you have a special offer for us. It's called the Money Map that talks all about this and working with a financial advisor. So tell us about that.
It is the Money Map. It is our first book, and I say our first book, Joe wrote it. And we've gone on to write many books. I wrote one, Joe wrote all the rest. But it's really good, and it talks all about financial planning, which makes it sound boring, but it's concise. It's a quick read. I encourage you to read it. It touches on a lot of different stuff, no matter how close or far you are from retirement. So you can get it at moneywisdomtv.com. It's totally free. I think it's a great book, and you should read it.
All right, Eric Hogarth from Johnson Brunetti, thank you. That website is up on screen, moneywisdomtv.com. For CT Style, I'm Natasha Lubchenko. We'll see you next week.